Well, I anticipate they're going to bring a racketeering charge against Trump, New York State racketeering charge.
That is David K. Johnston, tax expert, author, and Pulitzer Prize-winning journalist. He reports Trump will be indicted.
In Trump's case, we know that he has, for example, argued that his golf course in Westchester County, New York, is worth $1.4 million, but on his presidential form, he says $50 million, and in interviews, he says more than $100 million. Well, those numbers aren't reconcilable. And so what they're doing is showing that Trump knowingly, deliberately, with malice aforethought and intent to deceive, was manipulating the system.
Manipulating the system by overinflating asset values to obtain bank loans and then lowering values to cut tax obligations. Manhattan DA Cyrus Vance is leaving office on December the 31st. The special prosecutor piecing together his Trump case has been Mark Pomerantz.
Mark Pomerantz, the special prosecutor, shut down his very lucrative law practice to work for government pay. Yeah, they will indict him. Exactly when, I don't know. I don't expect it'll be on a straight tax charge. I think there'll be a tax charge, but the key charge will be racketeering.
Racketeering is defined as a type of organized crime in which the perpetrator set up a coercive, fraudulent, extortionary, or otherwise illegal coordinated scheme or operation or racket to repeatedly or consistently collect money or other profit.
Trump's team, when he's indicted, and I'm certain he will be indicted, is going to try and lay the blame on everybody else. And so what the prosecutors want to show is that if Alan Weisselberg phonied up documents, it was at the direction of Donald Trump.
Alan Weisselberg was the chief financial officer of the Trump Organization, who has already been indicted for tax fraud. A Trump defense blaming Weisselberg for fraudulent documents may not help.
Well, first of all, at the end of the day, when you sign a document like your tax return, you're responsible for it, even if it was prepared by somebody else.
Once indicted, Donald Trump will have to appear in front of a New York judge.
Trump will have to surrender himself to be booked. I'm sure he'll be released on his own recognizance, and then we will see a campaign of trying to delay trial.
By all accounts, the Trump investigation in New York has been picking up speed. Hello, everybody. I'm David Shuster, and thanks for joining us. According to multiple reports, the most recent witnesses who testified about Donald Trump in front of the New York grand jury were reporters with Forbes magazine. They wrote a cover story in 2015 in which Trump exaggerated the value of his office tower and even the size of his Manhattan apartment. Trump was quoted in the article saying, "I look better if I'm worth $10 billion than if I'm worth $4 billion. Trump also told Forbes a higher net worth, quote, was good for financing. The Forbes team reported that it tried to fight the grand jury subpoena, but that a judge eventually ordered them to testify after limiting the scope to information they had already published. The timing of their testimony is intriguing because prosecutors will often bring in, at the end of a grand jury proceeding or trial, a state-of-mind witness, somebody who can drive home a key point or help paint the big picture. And in this case, the picture is that Donald Trump has had a pattern of exaggerating or lying about the value of his assets and net worth. Again, Cyrus Vance Jr., the Manhattan District Attorney, is leaving office on December the 31st. Associates and friends expect that Vance will announce his conclusions about Donald Trump before Vance departs. The next Manhattan District Attorney, Alvin Bragg Jr., will be sworn in on New Year's Day and says he has not been briefed yet on the Trump case. But Bragg has indicated that he will keep the course of the investigation going, an investigation that David K. Johnston, a Pulitzer Prize-winning journalist, says will soon include a Donald Trump criminal indictment.